What's up guys, it's Criddle here from the AnimeBallZ team with a little bit of news for you guys this lovely evening. It has just come out in the last hour or so that Pokemon Sun and Moon starters have been revealed. This is also coupled with a bit of a look at the legendaries that we are getting for these games and the covers of both these games. These games will be dropping into Australia on November 18th of this year, so get ready guys, because these are exclusive to the 3DS, as have been the last 4 games, or the last 2 series of games. Get ready guys, this is going to be a new region and it looks pretty cool. So the region itself looks quite tropical from what we've been able to see. A brief look at the map for this region has shown that there is a volcano there, which obviously means we'll be able to find some fire types there. Probably very similar to the fiery path in the Hoenn region, and we've had volcanoes in a couple of other games as well, including Cinnabar Island, but that wasn't shown until Generation 2 when the volcano had actually erupted and destroyed half the island. Beside the point. But anyway, that is beside the point. We are looking at the starters for this game that have come out. So I'm just going to quickly run through them and the typings that they've been given at this point in time. Don't know about secondary and third stages for these, but we are sticking with the standard grass, fire, water combination for this. So the first of the starters is the grass type, obviously, which is Raillet. Raillet, I assume owl in the middle. It is an owl looking Pokemon and it's a grass flying type. Giving it a 4 times weakness to ice, but it's very rare for you to find an ice type Pokemon that early in the game. It's going to be interesting to see a grass flying type, especially with the obvious beginning of the game flying type that we're going to get. People are probably going to steer clear of that based on that, but if we get another Pokemon like Talonflame, which was really it's really OP in the meta, and it's just a really strong Pokemon to have in your party, people may still go down that path. Who knows? Plus it's the first owl Pokemon we've had since Gen 2, and this is a very different looking owl. It kind of looks more like a statue than an actual owl, but we will see what happens with this cool little Pokemon. The second of the trio is Lytton, which is the fire starter. It is lit, as in lit of fire, and kitten mixed together. It's another cat Pokemon. It's dark colouring, presumably may become a dark type in one of its later evolutions, which will round out that sort of little scissor paper rock trio of fighting, dark and psychic, because obviously those 3 are the same as the fire, water, grass trio in their own way. So that will be interesting to see another fire dark Pokemon, especially being a cat, as a sort of antipode to the Houndour Houndoom pair that we got back in Gen 2. So that'll be nice to see that sort of contrast with that pair. The third one is Poplio, which is Pop, I assume, as in bubbles popping, and Leo, as I assume, as in sea lion, because this is a seal looking Pokemon, and is the first of the now 3 seal Pokemon that we've had that A isn't based on seal as its name, so it's no seal and no Spheal, and is not an ice type. So maybe it'll get an ice type as a dual type, so we'll have 3 water ice Pokemon. I assume this Pokemon will be able to learn Ice Beam, so it'll cover for that. Hoping that they either go a different route or keep it as a mono water type, a la Blastoise or Feraligatr, but we'll have to wait and see. We also got a bit of a look at the mascots for these games. One is a big white lion, presumably a fairy and potentially fairy fire type, but that would probably play too much like Litleo, so we may not get that. It may just be a fairy type. And the other one looks to be some kind of weird bat thing with more Salamence wings than anything else, which I assume is going to be dark flying, which will fit with Murkrow and Honchkrow, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see as far as these 2 go. I'm assuming with a Sun and Moon theme that we're going to have like a fairy or fire type as one and dark as the other, dark being the moon one, but I mean we'll have to wait and see. I would like to see legendary Pokemon that are proper parallels to one another. They don't actually, either they don't impact each other or they are weak against each other. Kind of like how the Sinnoh starters, Empoleon was water steel, which meant one of its types was weak to, one of its types was weak to Infernape's fire fighting, but the other type was strong against Infernape. And the same worked with Torterra and in that mix with the ground and grass, ground being strong against the fire type, but fire being strong against the grass type, and steel being strong against the grass type realistically, but the grass type being strong against Empoleon's water type. I don't know, I'd like to see legendaries that sort of had weaknesses and strengths against each other and would be able to have a more dynamic combination and a real sense that they are in direct competition with each other and they're not just mascots for the game for the sake of having mascots for the game. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on these starters and the legendary Pokemon associated with this game, or these games, in the comments below. I'm Criddle, this has been the news. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.